It's Destiny, and I brought my husband here today.
Hey.
As you can see, we are repping our God's Got This t-shirt, so make sure you go check out www.believebyfaith.com and order your shirts. They come in white, pink, and black. All right, so today I wanted us to talk about where we met, because a lot of people ask us that question, and the story is kind of funny, but actually we have two different versions of the story because my husband's always adding his extra.
What? No.
Yes,
what?
you are. When he tells the story, he's always adding something extra. So I'm gonna tell my version first. So it all started off, I remember it was 4th of July weekend. Me and my family rented a car because we always go to Ohio for the 4th of July. So he was working at Enterprise, and we rented a car, and we saw him when we rented the car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but we didn't really talk to you then, right?
Yeah, did. Your mom asked me where.
Oh. My mom asked me if I thought he was cute then, and I was like, yeah, he's cute. And she was like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, tell your version of the story then.
And then we got the car and we left. But before we left, she did ask him what school he went to and stuff like that, because some of the other guys in there was like low-key trying to holler at me, but I wasn't really paying them no mind, because in my mind I'm thinking, if you're trying to holler at me, then you try to holler at anything that comes in. So some of the guys was like talking to us already, but my mom was asking Terry questions. So she asked him a few questions, like where he went to school. You were so annoying. Where he went to school, and what else did she ask you?
I don't remember the question. I remember.
Okay, she asked him probably like another question, but he wasn't really talking, so that's why she wanted to ask him questions. Anyway, okay, so then fast forward, we rented the car for the weekend. We came back and dropped it off. I'm in the line to go drop the car off, and my mom was like, I gotta go back into the car because I left something. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I got the keys, so where did you leave? But okay. I'm like, okay, well, maybe she left it unlocked. So I'm in the line to pay for the car, and then I find out that she was outside talking to him, giving him my phone number, and asking him a series of questions, which I'll let him do this part because I wasn't there.
Okay. So, all right. So let's start the story back from the beginning.
He's about to start lying.
No. First off, all right, we don't do that. Let's say not on this channel anyway. Now, all right, so story starts off. So they come in. I do remember them coming in. I was working diligently behind the keyboard. Yes, I remember right. Now,
diligently.
Now they come in. Now, one thing I do remember that her mom started asking me a question like what school I went to. I think no, she did. She obviously knew what I did because I was there. But just started asking, and then there's some other questions she asked me. And then,
anybody who knows my mom knows she got several questions.
Oh, yeah.
It don't matter who you are.
Yes.
She got questions.
Yes, I know that now. But then, so from my recollection, they leave. They come back. I know now they was going on their 4th of July trip. But they come back. From what I heard part of the story, they forgot to fill up the gas tank. So they came, then they had to come back. Because I wasn't there when they
that did happen.
I wasn't there. I probably was dropping off a customer or something.
And let me just explain. So at Enterprise, or anytime you rent a car, if you don't fill it back up to where it was supposed to be, then they charge you. So that's why we had to do
they
that.
charge you a lot too.
In case y'all wondering.
Yeah. And then so they come back. So Destiny's inside, sitting down if I remember right. And then her mom, comes out. I open the door for her and thinking, we're just. She's about to walk inside. Then she comes and starts talking to me, and then asking me a whole bunch of questions. It's like, what you do, where you going, you have any girlfriends, are you gay, about to say, did you ever do anything else? It's just, when I say 3,000 questions, and when I say back to back, it's like coming like that. And
but you gotta know, this is Atlanta. You gotta know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna say, but she's trying to find somebody for a daughter, so. And then, and then she was like, do you like her? And then, and then I looked back inside, because I honestly was trying to remember. then
I'm not memorable?
You weren't memorable, but I was trying to remember.
See how they switch up after you get married.
First off, Enterprise, second thing you don't know, like I said, it was July 4th weekend. So that means probably 1,000 people probably came in there during that week. So, anyway.
I'm not memorable in 1,000 people?
All right, remember we on the channel. Be nice, smile and wave, boys. All right,
Nah, we being real on this channel.
anyway. So back to the story. So she remember you. So I was like, yeah, I remember. And then she said, "Do you like her?" I was like, "Yeah, I would say she looks nice." And then she was like, "Here's her phone number." I was like, "Call her." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "All right, I'll call her." And then so I sent her a text that night. And then from there, we just started texting, asking just, the regular fill out questions, Instagram, all that good stuff. So then we go out to our date. So I take her to, what is the name of that place?
Andretti.
Andretti.
This is supposed to just be about how we met, not.
Oh well, this is the part of how we met. This is the filling out process. This is
Okay, yeah. So we went to Andretti, but to get to Andretti was like an hour drive.
Yeah, okay,
so
and that's the part of the story.
car.
And that's the part of the story I was getting to. So we was
You
in the
keep
car.
talking.
We were in the car, and I realized, because I rented a car. I rented out of a nice car because I didn't want anything to happen with my car while we were there. So I rented out a nice car. But come to find out, Andretti is about like an hour away, probably a little over an hour. Then, you kind of realize when you're in the car, like, how many questions, like, do you have? And you asking basic questions like, oh, what's your favorite color? Do you like music? Like, really, like, just dumb questions.
Yeah,
but
it was really awkward.
Yeah, but then, you kind of trying to fill out the person. And then, we get to Andretti's, have fun, good time like that. Actually ate at I want to say a Greek spot.
We went to a Greek restaurant.
Yeah, we tried a gyro and whatnot. It was actually pretty good. But then that's, how we met. And then I think she told me she texted me that night. She asked me, did I want to go to church with her? And
that was my trial.
Yeah, she said that was a test. Yes, that was a test to see. And I was like, yeah, I'd definitely go to church. And then we went to World Changers. I would say, for those of you who don't know, Creflo Church in College Park. So went there, praise and worship, the whole thing, came back.
And the rest was history.
And the rest was not history because I had to come back to the house. And so that's when her mom again asked about 3,000 more questions. So that was not the rest.
3,001.
So I don't know. She doesn't remember this part because it didn't happen to her. But
ain't nobody gonna have your back like your mama.
And that is so true. And that's a good thing. But, good questions.
But, but now she'll trade me in for you.
Hey, like I said,
she a traitor.
Hey.
But anyways, yeah. So we just want to tell everybody the story of how we met because we get that question a lot. And before I met him, I was in the stage where I was like, I don't need nobody, forget them all. But I did have a conversation with God, and I decided I was gonna look nice no matter where I go. Even if I went to the grocery store, I was gonna try and look nice. So that way, I should have been memorable. But I'm gonna talk to him about that.
I said I remembered you. Remember the part of the story? Rewind if you need to. Remember, she said, "Do you like her?" I think I said, "Do you remember?" I think I said yes. In the story.
I'm telling y'all, when you get married,
I really
they
hope,
be switching
I really hope
up.
I did. I really hope I said that.
Oh my God.
In the story.
All right, yeah. So that's just the story of how we met. We just wanted to let you guys know that and introduce you to my husband because I always talk about him, but he's never on the channel.
Okay, and our t-shirts.
And our t-shirts, yeah. God's got this.
And
it's got a back, but you can't see it. And then this is the Believe by Faith hat. So definitely go make your purchases. It's a new Christian business, and we love you guys. All right.